Leo, are you ready for a bomb-ass reading or what? So, this is your energy shift reading for February. I really hope you all are going to enjoy these because I enjoy it. We're going to look at the energy that you are leaving behind, the energy that you're shifting out of, and what you're moving into for the month of February 2026, or whenever this finds you. That applies too. And then we're going to look at how you are doing this. Okay. So, the energy that I see you shifting out of, Leo, we have the Panther and the King of Swords. Okay. Interestingly enough, King of Swords is Aquarius energy. That is your partner sign. All right. All right. It is your seventh house and can also be your shadow. All right. Well, one way to also look at your seventh house is your shadow. All right. So, Leo, possibly January has brought in this feeling of needing to assert your dominance, okay? Needing to let people know where you stand and why, all right? And this seems to be coming through strongly with friends and family, people that are close to you, okay? So this could be where you're currently at, okay? But this is not where you're going to stay, okay? So I'll speak to you as though this is presently where you're at, okay? So you're in the mindset of making decisions, making choices, all right? You're very focused. And you're also very big on eliminating distractions. So people coming into your energy, you could love these people, right? Again, they can be very important individuals to you, but it's like I almost see you telling people either get with it or you can go, okay? That's coming through. Panther is someone who is actually very important, okay? And you're showing up like this energy of, I think you could feel like you're needing to tell people what they should be doing, okay? In terms of wake up. Like you're telling people that you care about, wake up. Why are you still doing that? You know, we need to think about the long term here. And it's with good intention. Okay? I think the intentions are good, but it comes off very authoritative, snappy, aggressive. Okay, like people around you could tell me that you could be coming off like that. Like, no, this is the way. This is how, you need to do things. All right. And it can be very chaotic. Okay. Like, you're the way that you're going about, unorthodox. There it is. Aquarius, okay? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Out of character. There it is, the shadow, okay? So the way that you're behaving right now, and it can be all of this Aquarius energy with you, Leo, that is your seventh house. So you can be taking on all of this energy and it has you behaving in this way where people would be like, Leo is out of character right now. Leo doesn't usually act like this. But it's because you have something that you're very focused on Like you're very focused on like a game plan. Okay. Again, it's different for all of you, but you see with he's focused on, winning, even like focused on a win. All right. And I think that there's people around you, and this is pun intended with the chessboard, but like they're not on board. And so you're telling them, like, you need to get on board with what I'm looking at here. Okay, we need to get focused. And I think the things that you're saying or telling people, or the way that you're behaving, is actually beneficial. All right, even if they don't, because Panther is very misunderstood. It says it pounces into our lives and wreaks all types of havoc. And there's something about your energy where you're doing that with people. Okay, like you're acting out or maybe behaving in your shadow in order to trigger them, in order to trigger their shadow. And some of you may know you're doing this. Some of you, you're like, that's not what I'm trying to do. But it is what you're doing, though. Okay. And there's something also too where you're very unapologetic about it. Okay. Again, acting out of character. All right. And with this King of Swords energy too, you could be very cold about it, maybe even very callous about the words that you're choosing, the way you're saying things. Okay. And again, it's because you're focused on the long term. Okay. Like some of you, I could even see you yelling at people like, I don't care about your feelings right now. We don't need to worry about feelings right now. We need to focus on the long term here. Okay. Okay, hold on. And you're pointing things out. You're saying like, you need to fix this and you need to fix that. Telling different people you care about. Because it could be important to you. Here's what I'm getting. It's important to you who is on your team. I'm almost getting like even the wolf energy with you. All right? With the pack. You're in this like leadership position. Some of you are also, this is also about protecting your position. And dominance. Okay. But it can feel, I'm just telling you this, it can feel very chaotic. Yeah, you're trying to regain order. That's what it is. Because things feel chaotic even, and you're trying to regain order here. And so but you're doing this in a very, like, it's very different than how you normally do it. Okay. So I'm seeing that there's a lot more that I could say, but I want to talk about what I see you shifting into. For the month of February. So where I see you shifting is very beautiful. You have the stingray with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Stingray is water. So shifting out of like that Aquarius energy into this Pisces energy, flow. Okay. The flow state. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, one of Pisces' ruling planets. And this is about growth and abundance. And I'm getting an expansion of the mind, right? Jupiter, your mind is expanding. And you are shifting into alignment, like divine alignment, allowing the universe to guide you towards where you need to go. Because right now there is this focus of going where you need to go and how you get there. But the King of Swords, although it is Aquarius and it is, ruled by Uranus, there's still this energy of limitation, okay, and like a limited mindset, okay, because again, you're operating on the chessboard, right? Okay, you're like, okay, focused on the next move. If I make this move, what's this move? What's this person gonna do? Okay, this is how I see you thinking in January. If I make that move, but if we go up, right? If we're thinking in terms of consciousness, and if you align with the higher level of consciousness, which is what I see you shifting into, all right? Like you wake up, you have this realization in February where you're like, hold on, okay, I'm out of alignment. I need to take a step back here, okay? I was thinking that I could only handle things in this way, all right? Being very sharp, very focused, okay? And even potentially saying or doing things to people that I really care about, you know, acting out of character in order to like get the job done. And you realize that you were behaving from a limited mindset belief, okay? In February, you shift into coming back to, you know, your higher level of consciousness, realizing that you were out of alignment, and realize that I don't have to operate that way. I know that I live in a universe, whatever this place is, that is full of potential, infinite potential. Why was I limiting myself to thinking that I had to play this game a certain way when I'm connected to the creator of all things? I can choose to play the game. That is a choice. Okay? Or I can choose to align with the win and let go of trying to control how I get there. Okay? That's the shift I see you making. Does that make sense? This is you focused on every move. Okay? Almost sometimes it's like micromanaging the universe. Okay? And you're up here yelling at people like, wait, no, I'm doing that. Like I even see you saying to some people like, oh my God, I had this set up and then now I got to deal with this. And no, you weren't supposed to do that. Now you threw this off and you're going back constantly. Like, I got to fix this. I got to fix this. When in February, you realize all you're being guided to do is trust and be open. Okay. And know that the universe has your back. God has your back. Source has your back. The divine has your back, right? And so I think that currently you are in a place of discomfort. This is what I'm getting, Leo. And you're trying to sort through that and, you know, get out of that place. You're trying to think your way through it. But in February, you realize it's not that type of game. Okay? This is a feeling, you know, like Michael Beckwith on The Secret. This is a feeling universe. You got to feel your way through it. And the Stingray's advice is always move through the discomfort. And that's what I see you doing. You realize I'm uncomfortable, right? And I think you acknowledge that. Like you really sit back. A number of you may even have a good cry. You know, you recognize like, I haven't been myself. I've been very focused on all these things, all these moves. when, there's something that happens to you, Leo, where you're like, I need to let go and let God. I need to allow. I need to trust. I forgot, in spiritual narcolepsy, I forgot. I forgot who I was and who I'm connected to, and that I am the infinite within the finite. I'm getting like the cosmic egg energy within you, because we are connected, because we are the embodiment of source. Just like the universe is full of infinite potential and possibilities to create the desired outcome, within you, you're made up of atoms. When you put an atom under a microscope, what do you find? A bunch of atoms. Essentially, you are a universe full of infinite possibilities, infinite potential. Your thoughts, your mindset, your feelings controls your vibration. This is what I see you shifting into. You recognize that your vibration creates your reality. And you need to be mindful, especially on how you feel about things. Okay? And you realize this isn't about a game. This isn't about playing a game. This is about alignment. Okay? This isn't about, making all the right moves to get to where I want to go. This is about aligning with the individual that I need to become in order to experience my desired outcome. That's what happens in February. It's very powerful. And I think it's going to be very emotional too. Essentially, what I'm seeing is you answer the call. The universe, some of you may even have dreams, a dream. And you receive this guidance, and it's telling you that, we need you to be okay with being uncomfortable right now and not knowing what's going to happen next. We just need you to let go and, just again, show up as the version of you that you need to be every single day, and trust the process. You don't have to know how this ends, how this all ends. It's going to end the way you want it to, but you have to believe that. You have to believe before you see it. And that's uncomfortable for you, because the King of Swords wants to know what's the end game. It's logic. But that's not going to get you where you need to go. Logic is gone. It's out the window. And that I feel for you, I think too, there's something about you. I keep hearing like getting people on board, Leo. Maybe even, proving people wrong, or needing people that you care about, the people you care about to see the vision, to come with you. And in February, I think you realize that that's just not important. What's important is, for you to feel it, for you to get into alignment with it, and trust that once you fall into alignment, everyone that's going to come with you is going to come with you. Okay? Now, how you do this is lapis lazuli. Okay? This is you working with the universe, the co-creator. That's how beautiful this reading is. Okay? It's like just perfect. So, lapis lazuli, spiritual truth, enlightenment, meditation, unity consciousness, inner vision. Okay? It says, what you seek is here. If you push aside the distractions and fears created by your ego and become silent and tune in and phone home to the conscious universe. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? The source of all love, strength, and wisdom. The law of non-locality ensures that you can gain whatever you need that is hidden from you when your mind is in a non-ordinary state of thinking. expansion, growth, believing before seeing, not logic. This is an ordinary way of thinking, and that may have been useful to you before. In February, you're waking up to the fact, like, that's not how I'm going to get to where I want to go. It may have served me before. It's not going to serve me right now. It says you can achieve this through the practice of meditation and prayer. Okay, so this is how I see you shifting into this in February. Reconnect with the conscious universe now. That's the message of this crystal. You are overdue for a renewal of spiritual alignment. Look at the fucking chakras lining up. Okay, so you're going to do this through meditation, practice. Okay, making sure that you align yourself with source. That's who you're looking to connect with. That is the ultimate connection. It is the connection with your divine self. Okay? My peace lazuli spirit also brings a reminder that your mind is a microcosm of the universal consciousness. You always have access to the conscious universe through the channel of your authentic self. Enlightenment comes when you go within and open to the light that is all around you and within you. Epiphanies abound, downloads. You start receiving downloads, right? Because you're quiet. You quiet the mind. You stop trying to make sense. You stop trying to figure out each move, and you receive the answers. Okay? Epiphanies abound once you quiet your chattering mind and tune into the higher mind, where ideas beyond your current grasp flow easily, ready for you to access them. Okay? So you're up here telling everybody, you need to be quiet. You need to be doing this. I'm trying to figure this out. When they're saying, no, Leo, you need to be quiet. That's the universe to you. Like, no. You need to come here and sit down and be quiet. Don't worry about them. Let them do them. You come here. This is your vision. This is how you feel. Okay? It's your job to open up to where you want this to go, not theirs. Okay? So I'm going to continue this over on your extended, and we're going to look at what this means for you in terms of love. And love is, all encompassing, right? Romantic, family, things like that, and career for February. And we're going to look at what archetype the universe, spirit source, is guiding you to lean into to make the most out of this February shift, okay? For you to get the best outcome in February. So, Leo, if you want to continue watching, your extended link is in the description, top of the comments. I'll see some of you over there. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for coming through and watching your message. It was a pleasure. Leo, I love you all. Good luck with everything. I love where I see you all going with this. So, yeah, I'm wishing you all the best. Peace.